Camping pillows. Let's talk about them. A lot of things people do not consider about camping pillows. Now, these pillows are both Therm-a-Rest, okay? And I have to tell you, this one here, oh, it's comfortable. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. It's got, the only problem is, look at it. Look how bulky that is. I mean, it's designed where you can kind of fold that over and tuck it in a sleeve there, which really never works. But boy, that's a comfortable pillow. If you're car camping, this is the pillow I take. And for the last couple of years, I've had this in my backpack. I've literally shoved it in there the best way I can. And the bulk of it is just, it's too much, you know? It's very light, it's ounces. And then we have this Therm-a-Rest pillow. And you can see the difference, you know? It doesn't take up much bulk. But it does have limitations, and I'll explain that to you. So there's our pillow, all right, which is pretty impressive. So literally, I'll leave it a little bit with some air out of it. It has some down in it. You know, it has this material that's kind of non-slipped. But there's the difference, okay? And you would literally sleep on this end. Is it as comfortable as this Therm-a-Rest? No, not even close. This is like a out of 10. This is a comfortability number 10. It's pure awesome. Out of comfortability with this one, it's probably a 7. But everything in backpacking is give and take. I mean, I think this thing's 3 or 4 ounces, and it weighs nothing. And the other thing is, it's the bulk. It's the way this actually deflates and fits inside this little bag, you know. And that's the bonus to it. So this is just too bulky to take in a backpack. Car camping? Hey, awesome. This is perfect for taking in a backpack. Now, these things ain't cheap by no means. Therm-a-Rest pillows are not cheap. So don't think you're going to get a affordable pillow from Therm-a-Rest. Now, I did buy a cheap blow-up pillow that was made in China. And while doing the review, and I'll link it, it broke on camera. And I was like, I can't believe it broke on camera. I even contacted the company, and I sent them the video. And all they said was, please send us the invoice and we'll send you a refund. You know, and I sent them back another email on that. I says, well, I really want a decent pillow. Why don't you just fix your straps? They never replied back. In other words, we're going to keep selling this shit that don't work. You know, I'll try and buy something somewhat cheap at first. And if it doesn't work and it turns out to be more hassle and more wasted time, that pillow was, I think, $20. This one's around 50. I mean, you just got to pay for stuff if you want quality. And that's just the way it is. So if you compare, you know, the difference in size, that's the difference. I did have a friend ask me, do you really need an R rating on a pillow? No, you don't. You don't need an R rating. They only put a little bit of down into it, so when you put your head on it, you can feel a little bit warmth instead of feeling a cold pillow. It's all for comfort. A pillow is all for comfort, and that's all there is to it. I probably got 4 or 5 pillows laying around here. I really do. Where's that camouflage pillow? Let me show you guys this one. Now this one here, multicam, really cool. It's nice and soft. It's nice and light. Has a little strap on it. This one was for my hammock when I ran a whole complete hammock system. And the strap was for tying to the top of the hammock so the pillow didn't keep falling down. And this works really great in a hammock. It really did. But once I tried to use it for tent camping, well, it was actually, I don't know, it was just too small. It just didn't feel right. So there's a lot of different variations when you get into pillows. And this was custom made. This wasn't like an Amazon order or anything. This was a guy on the internet that actually sewed these and made these, is what it was. You'll find when you're doing backpacking, car camping, whatever, you're never just going to buy one thing. You're really not. Over time, you're going to buy and make things better. Like I didn't want as much bulk, so this finally came into play. I postponed this as long as possible because of the price. You know, $50. I think this was pretty close to the same price. But there's just some things that you end up upgrading. Like I got 2 quilts that'll go down below, probably 10 below, maybe even 20 if I pushed it. But I went with a mummy bag now, if you noticed. And I can run my quilt with the money bag if I choose to. But you'll find you'll start getting better and better equipment. At first, you'll buy stuff that's more affordable. What is your price range? And then over time, you'll be like, well, I'm going to get that now. And you're going to upgrade your pack. So as soon as I did this, this went out of the pack. This goes in the pack. I mean, look how much space I just saved in the pack. There's like, my pack's like half full. And so I can carry more food. I can carry more water. I can carry more everything. When you get away from bulk, it does save you space in your pack. And you don't need a pack that's huge. Bigger the pack, the more weight that pack is. And that's just the way things work. So you're always working on a balance with your pack is what you're working on. And then you're working on a balance of your bulk of what you're actually carrying too. Now with a pillow like this, you have to understand you're never going to get a hole in it. It's never going to break. A pillow like this, you could get a hole in it and it would deflate. So you have to make sure now you're carrying somewhat of a patch kit to fix this pillow if you had to. And you know, these are all the things you're working at. When you start going light and removing bulk, things get more delicate. But you go heavier, you know, they take a beating that lasts forever. But that's a Therm-a-Rest down pillow. And I'll have a link to these two anyways. I don't even remember where I bought this camouflage one. But if you want to pick up one, I would suggest if you're backpacking, you run this. If you're car camping, run something like this. It'll be a whole lot more comfortable. If you're car camping, you can take your regular pillows from home too. You really don't need to buy a particular camping pillow. So there you have it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.